Welcome to Guns, Gear, and Guns with Gary Gunderson. I am Gary Gunderson. A U.S. District Court in Mississippi dismissed a machine gun possession charge in the case of U.S. v. Justin Bryce Brown, citing the Bruen decision, as a machine gun ban is not consistent with the nation's historical tradition of firearms regulation. As was pointed out, this was the only charge, and he was not otherwise a prohibited person. The government argued that machine guns are rare, and because they are rare, they can be regulated as unusual. But they are only rare because they are currently regulated, so that doesn't make sense. And the last ruling on machine guns was before the Bruen decision, and as the judge noted, the numbers presented in that case differ greatly from current legal machine gun numbers. Not exactly unusual. The government also could only point to historical legislation on arms in regards to causing a scene or terrorizing others, which the judge pointed out the defendant did not do since it was just in his home. This ruling is clearly the correct decision, and it has been obvious since the Bruen decision. There are no commiserate laws from the founding based on the perceived danger of one arm over other types of arms. However, before you go dancing in the streets, the ruling is just for the individual in the case and does not change anything for other law-abiding citizens who want to have a machine gun. After all, this isn't even the first time this has been ruled by a judge. Back in August, a federal judge in Kansas came to a similar conclusion. Neither of these cases are a challenge to the law itself, and only for these cases. Judges are typically reluctant to provide injunctive relief for Second Amendment causes anyways, even though they will for just about everything else, as we have seen in the news lately. It does provide ammunition for further legal cases where the crime is merely possession of an NFA-regulated machine gun. As this occurs, there may be a direct challenge to the law that goes to the Supreme Court. Even that will take several years. Now, would the current Supreme Court overrule the machine gun restrictions in place as unconstitutional? Unfortunately, I kind of doubt it. Even though it does not pass the Bruen test they recently established, I see two pretty weak links in that chain: Chief Justice Roberts and Justice Barrett. From listening to her questioning during oral arguments before, I think Barrett has an inclination to rule with a tinge of what she thinks is sympathy instead of purely constitutional merits. And Chief Justice Roberts has a habit of not wanting to upset the apple cart. Even though he can side with conservatives, he usually also rules with the overall perception of the legitimacy of the court in mind. Now, I could be wrong, and I hope I am wrong if this matter hits the Supreme Court again, but it's something to keep in mind. Anyways, what do you think the future of machine gun bans are in the United States? Will they be overturned sometime in the near future? Let me know in the comments below. Feel free to like the video, join my Patreon, subscribe to the channel, and share it with others. Thanks for watching.